What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you'd like to follow me on social media, this is how you can do it. I'm the most active on Instagram and TikTok, so pick your platform, and just like I said on the last few videos, pick your platform and let's have some fun. Today is not going to be a fun video. I'm just going to tell you all that right now. I want to give a content warning. If you saw the thumbnail, you know that I am talking about children. You know that I am talking about a child having seizures. If any of this is triggering to you for any reason, please feel free to skip it. As a parent that has had a child that had seizures and have trauma, I have trauma around that, of course. I get it. Please protect your mental health and just know that that is going to be the topic of today's video. Let me also say that I'm not doing this video to shame or make fun of this parent, somebody that I know in real life. The purpose of this video is to hopefully get parents to question the proprietary blend multi-level marketing supplements or proprietary blend supplements as a whole that they are giving to their children, and it's not advised by their pediatrician. I guess that's the best way that I want to say that. So I was sent these videos, these screenshots, if you will, of somebody that is in the company called Prove It. Let me also say that by doing this video, it's not me saying, hey, Prove It is the cause of this. It's me saying, I have questions. This makes me nervous. And if you are in this company and you are giving your children this product, maybe you should ask questions too. This is for educational purposes and is my opinion, just like it says in the disclaimer. Okay, so I was sent this video of, or screenshot, somebody told me, let's just say it that way, that Bree, I'm Boss Bree on social media, who has a toddler, 13 months old, she has multiple kids, but I'm talking about the toddler in this one, whom their face will be blurred in all of this video. Her daughter, who's 13 months old, had a seizure a few days ago. And I want to kind of go through the timeline. And let me also say that these are all things that Bree has posted publicly. She is considered a public figure. And again, just like I said a few minutes ago, I'm not showing any of this to shame anybody. I'm not doing this to make her feel guilty. I'm doing this and hoping, Bree, that you see this and ask yourself some questions and take that packet of ketones to your pediatrician and ask specifically about the sodium content in them. But we will get to all of that a little bit later. This is the first video, and I'm going to show this again because Bree posted this publicly, but this is showing that she is indeed giving her child Prove It's ketones. We're going to look into the label. We're going to look into the ingredients. I have lots of sources that you can also find in the video description. So let's just watch this together.
Look, it's so pretty.
Hey, world.
She loves ketones. Let me get a straw so she can have a drink of mine.
Hey, world. Hey, world.
She loves ketones, huh? Cheers. Yum, yum. Say yum, yum. Drink it up. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum. Pick it up, yum.
Who's looking? Who is that? Who is that?
Say hello. Okay, bye.
Now, I don't know how long she's been giving her young child Prove It's ketones. You can very clearly tell that this wasn't the first time because the child knew, hey, she's going to put a straw in there, in my opinion, and knew to drink what they call a ketone mix-up story. That's what we used to call that. This is an update that she gave several hours later, and it says, please send your prayers and healing vibes to her daughter's name. We're in the ER. She has had at least 2 seizures. That's all I know. I'll let you know more when I do. So that was that update. I don't know how long they were at the hospital. I feel like that's kind of irrelevant to what I'm trying to do here. Let's look at these updates that Bree has given us. I'm going to be reading this from the phone, you guys, but Ava will put it on the screen so you guys can see it. All right, so this was 10:42 a.m. I think this was on Saturday or Sunday. I'm not really sure. And again, thank you to the individuals that have sent me any information about this. I appreciate you guys. Just now getting up for the day, woke up so many times throughout the night to look at her daughter, take her temperature and give her meds. Then this morning, husband got up with her and let me go back to sleep. I was knocked. I think she meant to say I was knocked out. She is actually so very normal this morning. It's such a blessing and I'm so grateful. I was telling Bam earlier, that's her husband, that I can feel the emotions stuck in my chest. If you know this feeling, you know what I mean. I do, having had a child that we went through something very similar, but not from drinking ketones. Hers was from ear infections. I haven't just let them go with how scared I was. Absolutely. I was trying to be strong and coherent when I just wanted to sob. So now I have like a mix of emotions in my body of gratitude because they gave her a diagnosis. Gratitude for what exactly? That she's okay, that she was normal that morning. I could see that, but toxic positivity in multi-level marketing is so confusing and it's wild because I used to be in MLM. So now looking at this, I don't know. It's just interesting to me. Relief, joy, and also still need to release the sad and fear. 100%. And then this next one is of her and her child. Pretty much me all day, gave sweet girl a bath and was able to get most of the sticky residue off of her skin. Curls are combed and moisturized too. She hasn't had a fever all day. That's fantastic and probably because of the meds, which we love. How am I doing? Well, I haven't had ketones in 2 days. Okay, because that's priority. I'm going to shake some up after this. And every time I look at her, I keep seeing her when she was hooked up to all the wires, when she was smushed like a sandwich going through the CT machine, or when she was in the ambulance and we were going lights and sirens down the highway to the ER. I keep thinking about the doctor saying, this isn't good. We need to scan her brain after they checked her pupils. It will never leave me. And Bree, it never does. From my personal experience, it will never leave you. And guys, please be respectful in the comments. I'm not asking you to like share all of your experiences in the comments. I don't want to necessarily trigger other people, but I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be brought up so that people start questioning if they are giving their kids these MLM products. So I just want to be clear with that. And I appreciate you guys. I know that sounds so dramatic, but it really just makes me so nauseous thinking about it. I'm so grateful that my baby is okay, and I am too. By the way, thank you to our incredible support system, making sure we are fed and not having to worry about what we're making for dinner. You have no idea how much that means to us. Once my baby is fully healed, we'll try our Texas Roadhouse trip again. My friend Jenny Elizabeth, that you? Said, I can't wait for you to get some good sleep in 3 weeks when you're not as worried anymore. Okay. Facts. I mean, I do hope she gets some sleep, especially because she got onto Google. Shaking my damn head is what she says, but I'm doing okay. We're very blessed. I'm glad the baby is doing okay. I hope that Bree has gotten some sleep. But here's the part that makes me, I don't even know the adjective I want to use to describe how I'm feeling after seeing all of this. This next part I'm about to show you. So of course the next story is her mixing up ketones, telling the story. We're going to watch all of it together. Yeah, I have a lot to say. Also, I need to mention in that very first story that I showed you where she was mixing up the ketones and her daughter was drinking it through the straw, I don't know what version of Keto Nat from Prove It she was giving to her daughter at that point, but I do have a story that shows exactly what she is giving her daughter, and then we can go through the ingredient label on that particular product that I will show you a video of her daughter drinking out of her cup that she just put that in, just for clarity's sake here.
This is the first ketones I've had since Saturday. Honestly, it feels like weeks.
This is the story right after updating everybody on what was going on with her daughter. And I have some feelings about that. I'm sure you guys do too, but let's keep watching.
Like the 36 hours or whatever that we were in the hospital felt like an eternity. And this isn't the first time this has happened, like with like feeling like that. Like when Bam was in the hospital with pancreatitis, it felt like an eternity. I feel like you guys can probably relate. It's like time slows. when anything is wrong with somebody that you love, and what is like an hour feels like 24. It was very long. It was a very long, however long it was. Anyway, so I haven't drank ketones because it just wasn't, I don't know, my brain wasn't even thinking clearly. I probably could have benefited from them.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable. You're in a traumatic situation with your toddler child, 13-month-old child, and you think that mixing up ketones in the midst of that chaos would have helped your brain, would have helped you in that situation. That right there, this, in my opinion, is a perfect example in a short period of time, a small clip of the MLM brainwashing. This is an example of, in this chaos, in this traumatic scenario with my child, I'm going to still try to sell you ketones. That's what that statement is, in my opinion. I mean, they probably could have helped me. When you're in the ER and you have all of the team around trying to assess what's going on, trying to figure out how to treat this toddler, you're going to sit here and say, they probably would have helped me. Unbelievable.
In fact, I know I could have benefited from them, but it just wasn't something, like, I couldn't even think straight. Like, I mean, I literally threw Bam's retainers away. I didn't even know that I did this. He put them in a graham cracker wrapper, which is so stupid. And he put them in the cup holder of the car seat while we were in the emergency room. And inside of the car seat was the bag from Chick-fil-A, and it was trash. So I'm pretty sure I just grabbed what looked like trash in the cup holder and put it in the bag and threw it in the garbage. But anyways, I told Bam like 5 minutes ago, I said, I think my body is still in like fight or flight, because I haven't really cried about what happened, except like right when it was happening. And that's not like me. And also, like, I just don't really feel like eating. Like, I am eating, but I'm just getting full really quickly. And I don't really have an appetite, even though I am hungry. It's very weird.
I mean, that's trauma. That's responding to a traumatic situation. That's your body trying to acclimate, in my opinion. I'm not an expert in that field, but I can relate.
I'll be okay soon, but it was traumatic.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here's the next story.
And in all honesty, it's why I just keep typing everything, because I don't know if I can talk about it like on my stories yet. I'm not.
And here's the thing, you don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. You can text the people that are the closest to you, and you can let them know what's going on and ask for help, or ask for whatever it is you need. Ask them to notify whomever you need them to notify. You don't have to share everything on social media. But when you're in multi-level marketing, everything in your life, you are told, is content. And you are taught to present it in a way so that people can relate to you. Imagine thinking that going through this traumatic situation with your child is a way to connect with other people so that you can sell or recruit them into a multi-level marketing company. Bree might be thinking, hey, I'm just in my stories talking about how I feel because I have people asking, but this is what she is attempting to do here. And you'll see what I mean here shortly.
Here's something I told Bam this morning. I said, I have zero intention of making content about this. And the way that I run my social media
Yet you're in your stories talking about it, mixing up ketones right after you give the update on your child. This is content. Using the traumatic situation to try and get people to inbox you. So in a roundabout way, in my opinion, you can sell them Prove It ketones, and you can attempt to recruit them. So you're telling me, Bree, if somebody messages you from this story and says, hey, I'm glad everything's okay, and you go back and forth through Messenger a few times, and then they're like, oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you about ketones. You're not going to sell them ketones. You're not going to attempt to recruit them. I don't believe that for a second, because everything in your life, according to multi-level marketing and the uplines, the people that are training people to talk about the product and the opportunity online, everything in your life is content. So for her to sit here and say, oh, by the way, in her stories on social media, I have no intention of making content about this. Why would that even be a thought? Why would you think, oh my gosh, I went through this traumatic situation? I'm trying not to be specific because I have been in this scenario with a young child. I believe Mia was 14 months old. And I'm trying not to be specific, but I know what kind of things she went through with having a young child that had a seizure and being in the hospital. Why would you think that would be content? Why would that even be a thought, is what I'm trying to say. I know I'm getting very long-winded about that, but why would that even be a thought?
Platforms I know is different than other people, but I never really could understand why moms whose like kids are sick, like actively sick. I'm not talking about like later on, but like what I was going through, could make like TikToks and stuff about it, and it's just and then after this weekend, I really don't understand. Like,
okay, so because you're not on TikTok making content, what you are doing is different because you think you run your social media in a different way when you actually don't. You run it like every other MLMer, in my opinion. Make this make sense.
the last thing on my mind was putting a camera up and filming anything. Like, I didn't even want to show what she looked like because it
But
was
here you are.
awful. Like,
This is content. Anything you post on social media essentially is considered content.
anyways, yeah. So there's that.
I know that this is after the fact, but I'm trying to call attention to the thought process in all of this and how MLMs influence people to have these thoughts. This is how they control their people. Everything in their life is content and meant to promote the MLM product.
And even posting the initial stuff that I did about it, like I wasn't really sure, but I knew one thing was for certain when what was going on. I wanted people to send healing vibes, positive wishes, prayers, tons and tons of prayers, and I wanted that. I needed that, and I knew that the best way to get that out there was to put it out to my people online and my friends and family and have them spread it, and they did. And then I hate it when somebody's like, send prayers for so-and-so, and then I never find out if they're okay.
This to me sounds like she's feeling conflicted about the things that she has shared in her social media, on her stories, and wherever else she has posted it, with good reason. This is not content that should be out there. This is, in my opinion, conversations that you should be having with your closest people. And so I feel like maybe she's feeling conflicted, and perhaps there's people in her inbox that are like, I can't believe you're using this and mixing up ketones and planting those little seeds, if you will, of, oh, well, it probably would have helped me had I had ketones, and it just everything that we've watched. There's probably people, and I really hope so. I really hope people are saying, this is wrong what you are doing. It's one thing to talk about what you went through, but you're doing this while mixing up ketones. You're doing this while advertising for a multi-level marketing company's product with a proprietary blend. We're going to go into all of that here shortly. That's not okay. That's wrong.
Like, what happened? Are they okay? Like, I need an update, please, because now I'm invested. And so I definitely wasn't going to leave y'all hanging and not tell you what was going on with her. And of course, when she was okay. So she's okay.
I'm glad she's okay.
Cheers.
Oh, and the cheers with the ketones at the end of it. Cute. Oh, hate it. Absolutely hate it. Okay, so I want to show you this next video, and this is 2 days, I believe, after her daughter had the seizure, and I'm showing you this now for a reason. In that very first video that I showed of her daughter drinking Prove It's ketones, I didn't know what flavor she was drinking. I didn't know any of that, and I wanted to be very specific with what I'm showing you guys. So this was several days after the seizure and the hospital visit.
Hi, guys. Good morning. That goes in there. Yep.
Okay, that is Prove It's Keto Nat, and that is a caffeinated version, and that's the strawberry peach formulation, just so everybody knows. Now, how do I know that that's the caffeinated version? Because this is what the uncaffeinated version looks like. It is a white, the label is white, the packaging is white, I should say. And the caffeinated versions are typically like a colored packet. Depends on the flavor. So this is a caffeinated version as well. I feel like that's important to point out, along with the fact that her daughter is 13 months old.
But first we gotta take the top off. We're gonna shake us ketones. You say hi? I got the bag wet, huh? You already put it in the water. So we tried to eat some eggs and sausage, but we weren't really feeling it today. Okay, put it in. Put it in. Pour it in there. No, I'll do it. Okay. Okay. You help mommy shake it? Ready? Shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake.
So cute.
Shake, 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 shake. Oh, you want a drink? Okay, hold on, hold on. I can put the straw on. Okay, go ahead. Now you can shake.
God.
She wants to shake them. Shake. Good job. Oh! Good job.
He's so cute. Oh my God.
What are you doing? You're not even drinking it. He's silly.
How many drinks is she gonna have?
Are we gonna have a good day? Are we gonna have a good day? Yeah.
Couple questions. Why are you giving your 13-month-old caffeinated ketones? Makes no sense to me. Also, why does a 13-month-old need all of the claims that they make? What is it they say? And that I used to say: better energy, focus, mood, mental clarity, better sleep, better skin, better digestion, all the things, as MLMers say. Why would a 13-month-old need that? But to me, what is more alarming is what is listed on the ingredients. Now, we know that Prove It has a proprietary blend. We already know that. This is the strawberry peach. You can see on the top right of the label on the ingredient side where it says supplement facts. It says strawberry peach, just for continuity here. And the serving size is a packet. And in a packet, this has 910 milligrams of sodium. Now, why is that such a big deal? We know that children are often more sensitive, especially when it comes to things, like caffeine and supplements. And that's why it is suggested that you only give them things that the pediatrician says, hey, we need to supplement their diet with X, Y, and Z. There's a reason for that. So there's 910 milligrams of sodium. There is 230 milligrams of calcium and 235 milligrams of magnesium. Why would a 13-month-old need any percentage of the vitamin B12 listed in this product? 4,167%. Why would they need that? Why would they need 294% of the daily suggested amount of vitamin B6? Why? Why would they need that? They don't. So here's the uncaffeinated, version, the white label. Again, on the top right, on the back of the packet, you can see it says strawberry peach, again, for continuity. And same amount, 910 milligrams of sodium. This one does not have any caffeine. I'm just showing this to show, the difference between caffeinated and uncaffeinated. This one very clearly on the front of the box or the packets says uncaffeinated, or caffeine free, I should say, on the bottom of the front of the label. So that is not what Bree was giving her 13-month-old child in this video. Why is that important? According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, the World Health Organization, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the Institute of Medicine, and the National Institutes of Health, the NIH, there are very real recommendations for children, and their daily recommendations for children for sodium is 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams a day. Now, Bree did not give her child that entire packet, but if we know that children are a lot more sensitive and you're giving them something that has 910 milligrams in a packet that they're drinking out of your cup, we don't know how much, but that is a lot of sodium. And Potassium, they're supposed to have 3,000 to 3,800 milligrams a day. This is dependent upon age. Calcium, 700 to 1,300 milligrams a day, depending on age. Magnesium, 80 to 240 milligrams a day, depending on age. So you can you can reference that packet that I just showed you. And some of these numbers can be really scary. And why? Pediatricians generally recommend that kids get their vitamins and nutrients from food and fluids rather than supplements. So unless there's a specific medical reason, they shouldn't be drinking stuff like this. Electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium are crucial for maintaining proper hydration and cell function. For children, they're usually naturally replenished through a healthy diet and regular fluids like water and milk. Here's some guidelines. If you have a child that is sick with diarrhea, vomiting, or dehydration due to high physical activity or an illness, pediatricians may recommend electrolyte solutions like oral rehydration salts or drinks like Pedialyte. And for comparison, Pedialyte has, in a 12-ounce serving, Pedialyte has 370 milligrams of sodium in it. This is designed for a child that is sick, that is not eating, that is losing fluids, to replenish the fluids and maintain the electrolyte imbalance. And I really don't think that people understand the scope of how dangerous it is if electrolytes in anybody are not balanced. It can be very scary and it could lead to catastrophic events for that individual. Okay, let's also talk about Gatorade, because there are people that give their children Gatorade, and Gatorade has, per 12 ounces, 160 milligrams of sodium. So knowing that you're not really supposed to be giving your children sodium because they can get it from food and liquid, that is a big red flag. Also, reading from the sources that I've already listed and you can find in the video description, when children are healthy, they do not typically need electrolytes and or electrolyte supplements. Pediatricians generally discourage routine use of sports drinks or electrolyte supplements because they can contain high amounts of sugar and sodium. The Gatorade, 160 milligrams. By the way, I'm not villainizing Gatorade. That's made for people that are not children. That's made for people that are sweating a lot and losing their electrolytes, whether they're outside working or a sports event or whatever. It is designed for adults, not for children. That is why there is a version called Pedialyte that is recommended by doctors and pediatricians. I know y'all get it. High amounts of sugar and sodium, and that's not necessary for healthy children. Instead, water's the best choice for hydration during regular activities. The risk of electrolyte supplements. For kids that are not dehydrated or sick, too much sodium or potassium from supplements can overload their kidneys and lead to health issues like high sodium levels or high potassium levels. The daily recommendations I've already covered on this. And when you look at this, prove its ketones, the whole packet, and granted, she did not drink that whole packet, has 910 milligrams of sodium. So if you are comparing what that child is drinking in a 12-ounce serving, that child could potentially be getting 3 times the amount of sodium as compared to Pedialyte. So if you are somebody that is in a multi-level marketing company and you are giving your child your MLM supplement, I am practically begging you to take that information to your pediatrician and ask them about it. If you are considering giving your child a multi-level marketing company's product or even a proprietary blend of any kind as far as a supplement, please talk to your pediatrician, talk to your doctor, talk to the medical professionals, take that product with you, or at least the information with you so they can say yes or no. If it's a proprietary blend, I can't imagine that a pediatrician would say, oh yeah, no, that's fine. Because at the end of the day, we don't really know how much of each of the ingredients are in a proprietary blend. So in summary, pediatricians recommend against giving children electrolyte supplements unless they're ill or at risk of dehydration. And they advise relying on a balanced diet and adequate fluid intake for electrolyte maintenance. So Bree, if you see this, I'm sure that you're going to have some strong feelings about it. And I understand, I get it. but I'm begging you to take Prove Its ketones to your daughter's pediatrician when you do your follow-up, if you happen to see this before then, or call the doctor's office and ask some questions, ask the nurse. By the way, Brooke Porch is a nurse on this team and is friends with Bree. Brooke, if you're not telling how dangerous that sodium content is for that child based on the sources that I have listed, that's wrong. I'm sure that there are nurses and medical people that have responded to a patient that was a child that drank an electrolyte supplement that their parent thought that they were doing something good for to help them live a healthy life, and it caused some sort of an adverse reaction that, according to these sources, could be fever, seizures. Please do not give your children multi-level marketing companies products. In my opinion, do not give your children proprietary blend supplements, in my opinion. And as always, you guys, don't join an MLM. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching all the way through. I appreciate you guys. I know this is a little bit heavier of a video, but to me, this felt like when you see something, you say something. And I'm here to say something. And again, just like I said at the beginning, I'm not saying that Prove It is the cause of this. I'm not saying Prove It is liable for this. I'm just saying that is a lot of sodium, and I would be asking question as a parent. And just like I said at the beginning, this is not me shaming Bree. This is not me making fun of her. This is me saying, please, guys, take a second. We know kids are a lot more sensitive to things than adults are in most cases. So please just take caution before you start giving your kids anything. And as always, consult with your pediatrician. If you liked the video today, and that feels weird saying that, but I'm going to say it, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You can turn the little bell notification on if you would like to get notified anytime I upload anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, everybody.